welcome to another episode of Show and Tell with me, Ashley. And sorry I have not been here, but my hands still hurt a lot. And as I always jump to other things, thank you for watching. If you are a returning viewer, I do appreciate you guys and I love you with all my heart. And if you're new here, I'm always a little disorganized, but I always get things done, as we can say. I don't have a script or anything, so I just go with the flow, and that's how I do my podcast. Yes, as you can see, I'm a normal person. My hair is always messy, and I always have issues with everything. So yes, I hope you can hear me well. I don't know if this episode or the Spanish version was the one with audio problems, but I was having audio problems. Yes. Sorry for moving the camera. And I do thank you guys a lot. I've been thinking before I start showing you my finished objects, I've been thinking I might take a little break from knitting and crocheting because my hands, especially my left hand, is really hurting and I do not want to injure it or anything, and I want to give it a rest. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to make any projects, but at least when I come back from everything, I'll have more things to show you guys. And you can always follow me on Instagram, which the links are going to be down below. As always, all my links are in the description box, and I'm always active on Instagram. And again, if you like this podcast, you can go ahead and subscribe, or you can press the little bell that will let you know every time I upload a video, because you can skip my uploads because of that. YouTube's been doing that with every YouTuber. So yes, press the bell if you want to know when my crazy podcast is coming up. Let's get to the knitting. In finished objects, I have two things, which you cannot be surprised if you've watched my podcast that my favorite things to knit and crochet are hats. So I finished two hats. This one right here. Let's see. It's in my white faced mannequin, which blows up in the lights. But you can see the pattern right here, and look at the crown. I've been spamming a lot of people on Instagram with this hat, but it's so beautiful, guys. You cannot deny it's beautiful. It does have the pattern on every side, here, everywhere. I cannot give you a lot of details. I can tell you the yarn I use for this hat is Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. Bittersweet Sweet Heather is the name of the colorway, and it is a worsted weight yarn, 100% Peruvian Highland wool. I get confused. Highland wool that I use for this hat, and this hat was designed by Greg Knitting Daddy from the Unraveling podcast. It's an Audible podcast, and I love their podcast. It's so good. This is actually a test knit, so I cannot tell you a lot of details because of that, because it's a test knit. But it is amazing, guys. When it comes out, you have to buy it. Because it's like once you make one, you have to make another one. It's so nice and it's so beautiful. I made this one for my husband. You can see here. It's the same size. It's one size hat. And this one right here is made with 100% alpaca, hand spun, which is from She Spins. I think she has a Etsy store, and you can follow her, find her hand spun yarn. Because it is a little marled, this yarn is marled, you can't see the details as well as the other one, but it is a one size hat. So I decided to block it with the smaller size head, because I know alpaca tends to stretch a lot, and I'm going to wear it a lot in winter, and I don't want it to stretch too much. But yes, the cables are the same. I don't know if you can notice them because of the of the marled of the yarn, but it's so nice. I think it's gonna be so warm, and it is super soft, and it's hand spun. I am so thankful that she gifted me this hand spun. I love it. It's beautiful, and it's the same as this one. It has the pattern on every side, but in that one you can see it better than in this one. I had to make another one because he did ask for people who had hand spun yarn and wanted to test this hat pattern, so I got confused knitting this one. It was user error, my fault, not the pattern. The pattern is very well written. And anyways, if it had any errors, that's why we were testing it to see how it went, how it goes. So I decided, oh, I'm gonna leave it here. I started making the cables and I did something really weird. I was like, this is not looking right. So I took this off, took it off the needles, which I used Knit Pig's fixed needles, the 16-inch Caspian needles. And I'm not telling you the size because you should, it's part of the pattern, but I used those needles. And I decided, well, I have 50 grams of this. The pattern suggested 56 grams, I believe, of the yarn. And I was like, 54, I think. 54 grams. And I was like, oh, I don't know if it's going to be enough, but here we go. I tested it on with this one, and then I actually did it right. He has a chart as well. He's going to have a chart in the pattern for this hat. And I followed the written instructions because for me they were easier to follow because I'm not really good with charts. But yes, it is really nice. As you can see here, all the cables. I do love it, guys. It's so amazing. Like, it looks like it has a flower here in the crown. I want to make like a billion of them. And the bad part is you can't put a pom-pom on it because you cover that beautifulness in the top of the crown. I just want to go like bend my head all the time and be like, can you see it? Can you see that? It's beautiful, right? And I do love it. He's being a really like prolific designer. I am really inspired by him. And he has a pattern as well for preemie, a preemie beanie that I believe all the purchases go to the Preemie Association or something like that. I'm not sure, but I know he designed that hat because his daughter Blueberry was a preemie baby, and he just decided to, which was the inspiration for him to get knitting. Yes. That is one of my Audible podcasts that I love to listen to. So, in other, well, I have no finished those are the two finished objects. I mean, sorry, I'm not looking at the screen. And then I have one work in progress. Sorry, my nose got runny all of a sudden. Weird. Okay. So this one is the Tin Can Knits the World's Simplest Mitten pattern. Let me do this really fast because I want to have a lot of tails, so I wrapped it around here. Okay. Gosh. I have to cut this out. Oh well. So I decided to make it half length here, just like fingerless mitts. And then I have live stitches here on DPNs. I actually knitted this on DPNs. So I started with the 370.75 millimeter needles, double pointed needles, DPNs. And then I changed to 4 millimeter needles for the body of the mitten. This one is Bernat worsted, 100% wool. This one right here. And this one is Nature Spun Brown Sheep Company wool, the gray right here. and the color is charcoal. And it is a 3-ply worsted. This one right here. And I did a ribbing here of 1x1 ribbing, and I'm experimenting. Because I need my husband's hands for the mitten, I decided to make a template out of a cereal box with his hands and marking where the mitten is actually going to, the ribbing is going to finish. And then from here up, I have to make a separate part to join there. So if you are making mittens for somebody else, just borrow their hand and make a little template. Just, hey, can I use your hand? Just a minute. I'm gonna trace it over your hand. Put your hands just like this, and put it in this cardboard right here and trace it. You will have to fold the finger because there's no other way to insert the mitten. But then taking it out, it's going to be easier than putting it in. And that's why I use a cereal box, because you always buy cereal. You always have 100 boxes of them. And they're flexible. It's a flexible cardboard. And it's a good use. Yeah, I don't think you can use it to block it, but I think if you buy one of those, call it placemats? Yes, placemats. They're flexible and they're plastic. I think you can make one as well, and then make a little joint, like cut the finger out. Oh, that's very gruesome. But cut the finger out and put like a little eye, like make an eye with paper punch or something, and put a little swivel in it, so you can swivel it in and out, and you can use it for blocking your mittens. That's what I think. But I don't know. It's flexible as well. I don't know if bending it and re-bending it again might regain its shape like a cardboard box. It might not. So that is something to test out. I might do it just to show you guys if it worked or not, if my theory is correct. So I left those stitches opened here. Jumping back to what we were talking about, I cast it on the rest of the mitten, which is going to be right here. So I casted some in a crochet cast on right here. I casted 20 stitches, and then the other 20 I cast on with a regular cast on method, the method of your choice. I did the long tail cast on right here. I did the other 20. So this is a provisional cast on, so I can remove this once I finish the top of the glove. I can remove this, insert them in the needles, so stitches, and then do a 3 needle bind off and attach them here like this. Can you see them? Attach them right there. Attach them all together, and then he'll have a mitten with a flap. And I'm actually going to use for the finger whatever I had left of the Knit Picks Wool of the Andes for the finger. So it's going to be that dark chocolate brown. So it will be matching, but not matching mittens for that hat. And I did a little patterning here, which is skip a stitch, knit a stitch, switch colors, 1 and 1 switching colors. So it had a little V here, deeper. So it made a smooth, nice transition. I like that kind of method. Yes, but my hands are bothering me, so I worked until this point in one day. Like I did this in one day, and then I started this in the same day. So I think I overwork myself a little bit sometimes, because I get so motivated to finish things that I want to get them done. And then my body and my hands are like, no, Ashley, no, take it easy. We cannot do this right now. And let's see so I forgot what other thing. Oh yeah. So I've been working as well in the blanket here. I cut off the yarn a little bit because this is who I am. Because I decided I wanted to wind them up into cakes because they were getting really messy. The Karen 1 pounds were getting really messy. So I decided to make them into cakes. So last time I showed you, it was here, where that little mushroom is. And then I have the gray from Red Heart right here. So I haven't finished that yet. As you can see, I'm right here. So my hands, guys, my hands. And it has grown substantially, but I think I'm gonna finish this gray row and that's it, and I'm done with it because I actually want to send it to my cousin who's having twins. She doesn't want to come on podcast, so it's okay to say that. She's actually having twins, and I want to send her 2 blankets, 2 star blankets. This one's going to be for the boy, which I had no intentions. It had no it had no owner or anything, but then, you know, I heard that she was gonna have twins on Facebook and stuff like that, so I'm like, a boy and a girl, so this one is gonna be the boy blanket. And then I'm gonna do another one with the same green. It's gonna have the same green, but it's gonna have pink and cream, but I have a lot of it. So it's gonna be lime green, fuchsia pink, if not fuchsia pink, like baby pink, like this one, this pink right here, or this one right here, sorry, and it's blowing up, but you know, this Red Heart pink is really pink, like really bright pink. Yes, throw it there, I'll put it back later. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do to make it a girl blanket and a boy blanket. They're matching, but not really. It's gonna be so cute, guys. And I think this is a pretty nice blanket. Like, it'll fit a little baby until like 2 years old, and they're gonna be warm and toasty, and it's cute and adorable. I am so excited that I actually made something without a purpose, and it's actually gonna be a beautiful gift. It gets me so happy that blankets, I hate making blankets, but this one, I don't know, something in my body said make a blanket, and it actually served a purpose. I have a gift for a baby, and I have to make another one for the baby girl, because I have no baby. I'm not planning to have one soon, so I'm gonna stuff it back in my bag here. Keep it nice and clean. Blog. You're free. Okay. In my other podcast, I forgot to show you. I went to the art festival here in Greeley. I've been hearing a lot of podcasters from Canada that they have a stampede. Here in Greeley, Colorado, we actually have a stampede as well, which is a rodeo, a show, and it's kind of a festival. It has a carnival and all those things. We have the same thing. It's in Calgary. Yeah, that's where it happens for them, for some Canadians. So I actually, after the stampede passes, like, and the, what is it? The county fair. After the county fair, there is a day where there is a picnic festival, which are a bunch of artists from here, from Colorado, and they take other things. Some of them, I think they're not local, but they take their beautiful handmade items. I bought some clay mushrooms, which are really big and beautiful. and I still haven't put them up. I bought some soaps, some handmade soaps, some other things which are not very interesting for you guys. And in those, I actually bought Dragline pattern. There was the designer selling them, so they are hooked by Katie. So her name is Katie Brown, and she has an Instagram as well, and it's hooked by Katie on Instagram. And you can find her patterns on Ravelry, and some of them are not going to be, all of them are not on Ravelry, so you actually have to go to her blog, and there's some free ones in her blog, and then there's some other ones in her Etsy shop, which are really cool. She has really cool ones. She actually has a purse that is a dragon face, and she actually released a pattern recently, which I need to buy, guys. And this is crocheted, as the name calls it. She is hooked by Katie. So Dragline is a dragon pattern right here. They're super adorable and cute. I think there's one with wings and one without. I'm not sure. But she did have a sample in her booth, and it was so amazing. I had to have it. Plus, I have a friend that she's obsessed with Game of Thrones, and I want to make her a cute little dragon, so she can have that for Christmas. She's a grown woman, but I think she would appreciate a dragon in her life. And I went to Joann's and bought the eyes, because you have to have those to make the cute dragon. So I have those. I believe the pattern cost me $5, but it's a good price, and I still haven't made it, and I forgot to show you that. In other purchases that I made, I'm going to turn here and hope the bag doesn't make a lot of sounds, because I don't have a lot of space in this little cart to put everything in. I don't know if I showed you guys, but I bought some things from Knit Picks. Let's do this fast. I bought some things from Knit Picks, and if you can guess what this combination of colors are, you know what I'm gonna make with them. So the designer from the Wonder Woman wrap made a crochet version. So I haven't started because I want to make the crochet version, and it actually uses the same amount of yarn that I have here, so I'm so excited. I might use less because I'm a really tight crocheter, but she uses a 5mm crochet hook with fingering, so it is flowy. It's a flowy wrap, and I have a red hat like this, so I'm gonna wear that in the winter. You know, get my Wonder Woman wrap on and my red hat. Gonna be so matchy matchy. And I needed something to go with that hat. Really, I did. So I'm gonna make this. Hopefully I'll start it next time you see me. If I do take that break for a month, always follow me on Instagram, and I'll let you know if I'm, if my hands are doing their thing. But yes, I'm gonna put it over here. I actually have space to put it over here. So I bought those because Knit Picks had a good sale. I think because I forgot. This is palette yarn. Knit Picks palette yarn. It's a fingering weight. It has 50 grams, and it's Peruvian Highland wool. So it's 100% Peruvian Highland wool. So it's not super wash. It has no nylon in it. But it doesn't feel scratchy. It feels nice. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be fine within my neck. It's gonna withstand my skin. And this is the color Serrano, and this is the color Turmeric. Yes. I wanted this one to be a little bit brighter yellow, but it's okay. It's the mustardy yellow kind of gold color, and I like it. It serves its purpose. Then I bought some mohair silk. This is the Aloft yarn by Knit Picks in the color Daisy, which actually was on sale. I bought this to make mittens with it, holding it with fingering weight. Oh, it's gonna be so nice, so fluffy and warm. I don't have any mohair. It's the first time I bought it, and I'm gonna be right back. So it's the first time I buy mohair. People are crazy about mohair, and then which is the brioche and mohair and stuff. I have not done brioche, but I have a few brioche patterns in my queue. Yeah. So I bought that yarn. It had no sparkle, so I went to Joann's and got this. It is Sulky Hollow Shimmer thread. It's a thread, but I think you can actually knit with this and holding the yarn at the same time, so it actually has some sparkle to it. And I used a coupon as well for this, but you know, if it doesn't have glitter, if it doesn't have stellina, you can actually put your own stellina in it, and I'll show you how it went as well. And if I need another one, I'll let you know as well, because I don't think this is gonna be enough. it's only gonna be in the gold part. Okay. So, sorry again for the bag noises, but I went to Michael's. They had a 50% off coupon, and I bought this. It is a Karen cupcake. I bought 2 of them. You can see the colors. This pom-pom is a little messy, like that. I don't know. You can cut those. It'll be fine. Look at the colors. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this one actually looks like a regular Cameron cake that they still sell the color. And this one is a new color one. It's beautiful. So they are actually 100% acrylic. They are a 3-ply sport weight yarn, and this is the color Tutti Frutti. And this one is the color Sweet Berry, which looks like bumbleberry or something. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I actually don't have it with me. It's not the same that I have in the back with me. Yes. But I want like 3 other ones that the colors are really pretty. What other thing can I say? Oh, yes. Questions. The pom-pom. There's actually a video on the Crochet Crowd that shows you how to remove the pom-pom. So you see it has a little knot here, so you snip it off there and you just pull the pom-pom off, and it has a little tape here, so you remove that tape gently so you can actually make the pattern that it has on the label for you to make the hat. But as I learned from Ross, Smell Good Guy, I think, or you know, he makes this Smells Like Yarn podcast, and I think it Smells Good Guy, or yeah, I think that's his name here on YouTube. If not, well, I'm sorry. I'll put it up here just to correct myself. He actually made an adult male hat with one of the cakes, and he had, like, you can say, like, from this blue, like from this green upwards left. So I believe if you have toddlers, you can make a hat and 2 mittens with it. So I'm gonna make a hat and mittens for Rose with her cake, which is this one right here. Because if you knit a hat, it's gonna save even more yarn than crocheted. So yes, it's gonna be amazing. And with this one, I'm actually going to make 2 toddler hats for my nephews, which one is a 3-year-old and the other one is a 2-year-old. So if I don't have any orange left, if I don't, I have plenty of orange yarn, or I can even make a lime green pom-pom because I have a bunch of lime green. I don't actually have to put the same pom-pom on both of the hats because I have a bunch of pom-poms. You see, pom-poms everywhere. And I think I have colors. You know, they don't actually have to be the same. And I'm going to make 2 hats out of this. And I'm going to show you guys that you can actually make more things than what the ball band suggests. That is the point of buying them, because they're $4.99 each. I used a 50% off coupon, so they were $2 something each. I did 2 separate transactions, which you're not supposed to do, guys. Don't do that. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, my husband did one and I did one. That's how it went. But yes. And I'm going to show you that how many things you can get out of one cupcake. Because you have to get more bang for your buck, guys. Even though it costs you $2, you have to do it. So in other things I purchased, I'm going to keep on getting things. I'm going to place them in my lap if they don't fall off. And the other thing, where is it? Put it over there. I'll leave it over there because you don't need to see it. I think you don't need to see it, but yeah. So I bought Solid Series by the Loopy U. They were 50% off, and I believe they were $12.99 each. And so they were $12. I'm not sure right now. I think they were $12 each. So they cost me $6 each with the 50% off sale they had. So this is 100% superwash merino wool. It is a fingering weight. Yes, it is a fingering weight. It has approximately 2 ounces or 220 yards. And this is the colorway Brick. You can see the color is coming out perfectly. It is beautiful, guys. This is brown color. Beautiful. So I spent $48 on this purchase. But it was a good sale because it was going to be double that. So, yeah. Have to get the yarn when it's on sale. This is the color Violet, which is really cute and pretty. This is the color Peach. Look at that. It's beautiful. This is the color Cardinal. Well, this one was $9 each. So I think this one was lower priced than the other one. The other ones were $12. This one is Bluegrass. And it is much greener than what is showing there. It's a really dark green. And this one is the fuchsia color. It's not as bright pink as it's showing there, but it's pink. Yeah. That was my purchase. I spent $48 on that, but I bought a sock blocker as well for $8.50, which usually they are $13 each. I needed another one because I'm going to finish the socks I started when my hands relax a little bit. When my hands relax a little bit and stop complaining, and I don't want to hurt them. So yes, I bought a lot of stuff. I spent a lot of money, but it was on sale. I only buy things when they're on sale, and if I had a coupon, I would have applied it on top of that. But they don't do coupons, so every time they have a sale, I have to go and buy things that I think I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna use these for mittens and gloves and socks and hats and all that, and I know I'm gonna use them. So I have my stash behind me, but I know I'm gonna use these things, even though I have them like there. But I am always truthful of the price of things that I buy. And other things I did buy, I bought some Knit Picks cubic needles to see if they help with my hands a little bit, especially this hand, the left hand. And two more bundles of mohair, one in a bright pink color and another one in white, because I'm gonna make myself some gloves, and I actually wanted to have mohair that was white because I'm gonna use Alex to create colorway Weba, and I want to show that color. I don't want it to fade out, like get darker or anything. So yes, and I'm gonna show you that when I start it, which is soon, because it's already September and I want to get things started for winter, because here it gets really cold and my hands are always freezing, so I need warm things for my hands. And now to other things that have to do nothing with knitting. I actually opened my Etsy shop, guys, and again, the link, I'm gonna post it down in the description box, and I am so excited. I am planning to release the little triangle bags that I made for myself, which are Notion pouches. I might do that Notion pouch in a bigger sock size bag. It depends. I have to fiddle around and see how I can work that to make it bigger. So in my shop, you're going to find this amazing project bag here. This is the big size project bag, and this one has purple zipper. All of them are gonna have faux leather drawstrings or zipper pulls. This one has a pumpkin inside, and all of them are gonna have a little pocket. You can see it there. And this one actually can hold a lot of yarn. Oh, I'll show you. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13, 7, 8, 9, 10, I think 10 would be the max. Yeah, 10 balls of yarn in this bag. So it is a sweater and blanket and large shawl bag. So you see, I demonstrated how much it fits, because you know, you have to give the full show and tell. Yes, if it's 10 balls of yarn, I put hanks and I put actual balls in there. So you could see that you can actually fit a sweater quantity of yarn in here, and a blanket, or those gigantic shawls that we are making nowadays, which I'm not a fan of gigantic things, but yes. It is a square bottom. It's here. And this one is, you can say it's a quilted bag, patchwork bag. It has this fabric right here with the lines, and then it has the other one with the skulls and webs and spiders. Let's see there. It has a handle as well. And this one is $30 in my shop. It's a good size for, it's pretty big. It's bigger even than the ones I had, like the ones I have for me are small compared to that one. That one is really big. I opted up a size, made it bigger. So we have the smaller one here, which this one is good for socks, towels, and hats, and small shawls. That's the same. All the ones that have the same design, the zippers are going to change color, but the drawstring is going to be the same. The lining is different. It still has the cute little pocket, square bottom, and it is a sock weight. So you can fit 1 or 2 balls of yarn here. You can actually fit 3, but I don't think you're going to make something, you know, that big. Yeah, you can fit 3 or 4 balls of yarn in here. So you can actually see that how many you can fit. 3. There's 3 in here. 1, 2, and I have 3. So this one is the same as the other one, but this one has the whole fabric of the skulls and the spiders. It's a Halloween themed bag, this one right here. And the good thing is I include the zipper pull and the handle here, which is very nifty. And it is $20 in my shop, not including shipping, which I can't forget. So we have the alpaca, same square bottom. It has zipper pull, handle, and a pocket. All of them are gonna have pockets. And the pocket is always going to be the color from the outside. We have this one, and the inside. The handle is usually, depends. This one has a different inside than the other ones. So this one actually has rainbow inside, which I am in love with this one, guys. So bright and beautiful. I wanted one for me, but you know, I put them all in my shop, so I have no fabric of this left. So beautiful. So sad I can't have one. We have the gnome bag. Same, has a pocket on the inside. We have this one right here. This one is actually canvas fabric, it's not cotton. We have this one right here, which is canvas as well. All of them have handles and the zipper pull here. We have the cuckoo bird one, which is so cute. Birds, beautiful. We have this one as well, which is canvas fabric. See, candle, zipper pull. We have the travel bag, which is cotton, made out of cotton. Super cute colors. We have the colorful butterfly one, beautiful. This one too. And then I obviously love all of them because I picked the fabric. And then we have this one that's Halloween themed as well with the owls, but it always reminds me of Harry Potter and his owl. I bought it because it's so Harry Potter inspired. I love it. As well, zipper pull here, everything. They're all made with love. I'm going to put my shop down below as I told you, and my shop is the same name as here, but is actually Ash Love Makes. I've been thinking of changing my channel's name to, instead of Ash Love Nerds, Ash Love Makes. I think it goes better with me, with who I am. And yeah, that is all I have to show you guys. And I hope you guys have an amazing week and weekend. And remember, as always, that I love you guys and don't forget to do what you love. Bye, guys.